Well, I love the story you told. I don't know if tell me if this is a bit and we just got to watch you during stand up, but I love the thing about when someone was trying to talk you into dating a guy who was like already had wives.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was so he was the one who was trying to talk me into it. So Drew, this bit is about how I
Yeah.
was in the UK and I got approached by this guy asking, like, these guys were asking me what I thought about polygamy. And I was like,
That's a
I
normal
don't agree.
question. Yeah.
Right?
No.
Where did you meet them?
Red flag.
Were you
Red
at? Where you were in the UK? Were you at Sainsbury's grocery store shopping?
anyone
And they just came up
listening
to
to
you
this,
in the meat
public
aisle?
service announcement. Anyone listening to this, if someone says, "Hey, what do you think of polygamy?" Run, get out of there.
Wait,
Like,
So wait, Salma, I just got a question though. Where were you when you were talking to these guys? Where'd you meet them?
I don't even remember what city it was, but it was in the UK, and we were doing a Muslim comedy tour. So
Sick.
that's why.
So
Honestly,
you were just out. You were just out in the world. Like there was no like friend of a friend introducing you. Nothing
no,
like that.
it was like these were other people as part of the tour, and
Okay.
this guy just like came that day, and they started asking me, and then I was like freaked out. Like I was the only girl also, and so I was like, okay, like I don't agree with it, whatever. And then they start trying to convince me. They're like, no, guys live differently than girls. They're like, this is just what the white men want you to believe.
Come on, Selma.
Yeah.
Come on, be my fourth wife, isn't it? Be my fourth wife, isn't it?
I was like, would you guys ever ask your wives if they would let you marry a second wife? And then one of them was like, I tried and she said no. And then this guy was like, oh, I would and I have. I would and I have. Like he made sure to repeat it a few times.
This guy's like, I'm a pimp.
Yeah, literally, I'm freaked out. I'm trying to like change it, whatever. Anyways, turns out one of them had 3 wives, and this guy had 2 wives, and he was trying to gauge if I was down to be his third.
Wow.
Third wife, dude.
I was so shocked. And by the end of the whole dinner, like they kept trying to convince me and whatever. By the end, they were like, "Did we like move your like the needle?"
No,
by the way, hold on. Did we move the needle? By the way, Salma, I just want to ask, how was the food?
Did
they pay for it?
Eat that day? Did anyone eat? I could not stomach anything.
What'd they get you?
They got like, oh my God, no, they got a bunch of food. It was like a lot of
Chinese?
No, it was like I think Arab food. I'm gonna say. Yeah.
But did they pay at least while they're trying to make these? They paid.
Yeah, they
did. Forked out their own quid, right? They spent their own quid.
It was too much. And then afterwards they were like, the messed up thing about this is that when Salma finds a man, she's not even gonna want to share him.
What the hell does that
mean? No
shit. They're calling you selfish? Is that their way of like?
Wait, you're not gonna loan out your husband to other people?
They're literally calling me a selfish whore. Was what they were saying. I was like, and then they were like, it was so messed up. They're like, love for your brother what you love for yourself. And I wanted to ask them, would you share your wives though? Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, it sounds like it. These guys sound like they're into human trafficking. I gotta be honest.
No, they're not.
Anyway, so I got back to the hotel that day at like 2 a.m. I was so traumatized. I journaled this whole entire thing for like an hour and a half because I was like, I don't know what to do with this like event that just happened to me. And then a year later, that same guy comes to town. He's an artist. He's like a singer. He comes to Toronto.
Come on.
It's always the singers. It's always the singers. I always say that.
Know better.
It's always the singers.
Right? And so he comes to Toronto, and my friend tells me, she's like, you need a really cool guy. You need a guy like him. And I was like, girl, let me tell you.
Wow. Was he 2 wives or 3 wives? Looking for a third or looking for a fourth?
I just love how a girl's like, Salma, I know a really great guy. Salma, I know a guy. He's incredible.
Can I just say
3 wives. He's already got 3, but you could be number 4. Or no, you could be number 3. How do you sell a guy like Salma? Great guy. Already got 2 wives.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
3 wives, I get. 4 is a little gross. Okay? 4 is, that's a little bit, know your limit, play within it, right? That's like the OLG says, okay? You
I
don't
mean,
have to push it. You don't have
even
to push it. 3 is fine.
3 is
4 is a
fine, but
bit much. 4 is a bit
even
much, though. That's getting a little disgusting, if you ask me. I'm
but
sorry. That's just,
most Muslim men
I'm a
that I meet
traditionalist.
are
I'm a
like
traditionalist.
are like these are rules for like kings and shit. It's like you
Um,
don't have any
so
money. What are you
that's the
talking
thing.
about?
That's
4
the thing.
wives? You're
Like
broke.
Well,
the
did
rules.
Muhammad had a couple wives, didn't he?
4, I
Yeah.
think.
So basically, like the polygamy rules back like way back in like the prophet's time and stuff was mostly because like women were all widowed. They would lose their husbands to war, which happened like every like month. So like every period, basically they would like lose their man, and they
Right,
needed men back then to survive financially. They needed that.
right.
So it was like the polygamy would happen with like widows and like other women like who needed basically like support and like family structures and stuff like that. But like now it's purely like they're just like religious fuckboys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Religious fuckboys.
Religious fuckboys!
Ah!
They are.
That's the title! That's the title!
Yes. We got our title.
That is the title.
Religious
Wow.
fuckboys, dude. Religious fuckboys. These guys are greedy, man. They're broke too. Like it's like, come on, you have to be rich.
Well, you know
2?
what? I'm wondering if these guys are like, listen, I got 3 wives here, but you guys got to pull your weight, okay? I'm not bringing home all the money. You got to get a job, okay? You all got to work.
Imagine one of them's
I'm
like,
sorry.
money.
This is
That's
expensive.
second wife's job. Second wife brings the money, not me. Like
I
that's.
imagine it gets like she gets repurposed.
Oh my god.
What do you think each of the roles would be? Like each of the wives?
What does
Oh,
each wife do?
Like what would their if you had 3 wives, what would you be looking for from each of them?
I just want
One has to
all
do
of them to love
massages.
and nurture me.
One massages like legit.
One has to be a massage.
One has to have legit. Honestly, there's times
That's
where I'd rather just take the.
terrible. Ugh.
I'll do a massage over sex, and that's it.
Ugh.
I'm getting old. And
That's
like
why
Wait,
you
wait a
know
minute.
You are an adult. Yeah.
You're saying you want a wife who she's just massage duty? That's it?
Not that's it, but I mean, if there's
And
gonna
she
be
does, like,
3,
pedicures?
one of them has to be on top of the massages.
Yeah,
and
like that's her main credential.
I don't like it. Listen, in North America, a lot of the guys who have 3 wives, those women are usually locked in a basement, and it never ends well. Okay, that is the kind of like that's the style over here.
Not
Same
me,
thing.
man. I'm gonna have one doing massages, one just kind of a hangout all day, and then one goes to work and makes that money. And I think that's a fun system. That
So-
sounds great.
So you've
I
thought about
believe in.
this. You've thought about this, eh?
I have. Well, I mean, I have thought about just like I've just been as an adult so broke that I have honestly been offered a stay-at-home dad position, and I'm like, I could
Sounds
take
great.
it.